Hey everyone, welcome to Storytime with PJ. I've got another great story for you today. We read one by him before. This is by Mark Batterson, who's one of my favorite adult authors. And him and his daughter, Summer, Batterson Dailey, have been writing kids' books, so I knew you'd like these ones. So this one's called God Speaks in Whispers. So if you ever wonder how God speaks, this will tell us. Let's see what it says. Big sound, little sound. Where in the world is God's voice found? Can you hear God crashing in the waves? Can you hear him echo in the caves? Do you hear him when a bird chirps? Or when your sister slurps? I don't know if you can hear God when your sister slurps. Can you hear him on top of the mountain? Or even at the drinking fountain? Do you hear God's voice when you're feeling sad? Or perhaps when you're a little mad? You guys don't get mad, do you? God speaks through stars that shoot through the sky. God speaks in whispers as soft as a sigh. Why is God whispering so you barely hear? It's really quite simple. You have to get near. Sort of like grandma who gives you a hug or tucks you in bed all nice and snug. God whispers down deep in the depths of your heart. I've been with you from the very start. God speaks through his word, that's the Bible, so you know what is right. God speaks in dreams by day and by night. God speaks through nature like a big blue glacier. God speaks through family and friends and so much more, sometimes right in the middle of a chore. Just like waves that speak for the ocean, or friends who make quite the commotion. God points the way for you to go. God whispers things that you need to know. He says what is true, that you can be you, even in all of your hullabaloo. That's a funny word, isn't it? Late at night, after you close your eyes, and long before it's time to rise, God is present. God is waiting. God is even recreating. So when you wake up to a world that's spinning, jump out of bed, get dressed, and start grinning. For God's whispers is in your smile, a smile as big even as a crocodile. That's pretty big. Some days are filled with lots of fun, like running and jumping and playing in the sun. Mom tickles your tummy and makes you giggle until you let out a great big giggle. But even on days that aren't so good, days when you don't feel heard or understood, your feelings, they matter, even if they're all mixed up like pancake batter. God is speaking, rain or shine. God is loving all the time. Remember that God is still right here, listening to every single prayer. Above all else, know this is true, that God is singing all around you. And what is he saying in that voice, still and small? That you, my dear, are his favorite of all. And that's how we hear God's voice. Well, thank you for joining me today. I'm glad that you joined Storytime with PJ. Don't forget to subscribe, and that way you'll get a notice every Wednesday when it's time for Storytime. Thanks for listening.